This is my twinning series. Well, I should say our twinning series because I've invited my twin sister, Randy, to join me on my wellness journey. And we are on week 4. Is that right? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. We are on week 4 of our health journey where I invited my sister to join me on my channel to create this series so that we could document our journey and encourage each other along the way.
I'm Randy,
And I'm Robin.
and we're twins.
We're on a weight loss journey together that we're calling Twinning.
Twinning!
Today, I'm wearing my Mama Claus shirt because it is Christmas Eve and we are celebrating a little bit today. Randy, what are you doing for Christmas Eve? Anything?
Yes, we're having a nice dinner, and we were supposed to have all the kids here, but their plans all changed, and now we're doing it tomorrow night, so it'll be a quiet night. Well, as quiet as a 5-year-old is going to be. Just the three of us.
Well, quiet is nice too. Gotta roll with the punches sometimes, huh? With plans changing.
Yeah. What are you guys doing tonight?
We're having Christmas dinner tonight, and then we're going to have brunch tomorrow, along with, of course, opening presents. And then I will be traveling for a week, so there is a chance that we will skip next week because I won't be home because I'm visiting our grandmother. How did you do this week?
I did well this week. I focused on how much I was eating and what I was eating. And I've been working on working out a little bit more. And also, just I did really well on my past goals, which was eating healthier and eating less, or I should say, portion control. And I've been trying to start the exercise thing. I still haven't gotten my son to bring in that bike, but that will be definitely next week. The bike will come in my house. And we have had some stress around here, which means that my sleep has not been great. But I gotta just keep on going. I did not do the meditation. That is totally on me, and just making time for it and making it a priority. How about you? How'd you do this week? Better than me, I hope.
Well, it sounds like you did pretty well, actually. I mean, we're not perfect and we set goals, but we don't always reach them, and that's okay. What matters is that you don't beat yourself up or make it a negative experience?
Yeah.
If you want for the meditation, like I told you before, I can help you with that. You can also um, check out meditations on YouTube and on Spotify. You can look for like guided meditations.
Yes, I would really like if you helped me with the meditation and finding those resources. That would be great.
Cool. My week was pretty good. I also was not perfect. I ran a few times. I went for a walk with a friend. We walked 4 miles one day. And as far as my eating goes, it went well. I did cut out peanut butter as I promised. And I I did pretty well as far as not eating late most days. I did eat late 2 out of the 7 past days, but that's an improvement. I'm still struggling with making sure I eat earlier in the day. So I did set those alarms on my phone and they're not really helping me. I'll be really honest. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to eat. hmm But I'm not like in any position to eat because I'm in the middle of work or I'm in the car or whatever. thing that I'm doing at the moment, and so I've been doing a lot of OMADs, which is fine, I guess, for what it is. Meditation, I actually did not do as well this week with as I normally do, and I'd say my stress levels are showing because of that. I definitely am less stressed out when I meditate almost every day, but I'm imperfect and I've been working and planning for Christmas, and life just gets in the way sometimes. So, again, we do not beat ourselves up for being imperfect. We just do better going forward. Sleep. Oh my gosh. I had 5 glorious nights of sleep where I slept really well, and I think my children are very excited about Christmas because the last 2 nights were not good sleeping nights. And mostly it's just they're waking up in the middle of the night, then they wake me up, and then I can't fall back to sleep for 3 hours,
Uh,
whatever it is. So, yeah, because you wake up, you help them with their nightmare or whatever their issue is as to why they're waking you up in the middle of the night, and then you try to go back to sleep and you're just thinking about everything you need to do the next day. Actually, I did meditate and I did do a sleep meditation last night and that finally got me to sleep. I pulled up my Peloton app and I just did a sleep meditation on that. I did not renew my subscription with them because I was getting it for free through my insurance, and but they do still have some like free things on there, so that's pretty cool. Apparently my insurance doesn't offer it for free anymore, so I have to make a decision if I want to pay $12 a month for that. So we mentioned that it's Christmas Eve, so today and tomorrow are going to be really hard to stay on track, but I think we can still do it. I'll probably eat a little bit of processed vegan food, but I'm going to still pay attention to my portion control and like my eating windows. But with travel and with not eating at home, I think this coming week is going to definitely be more challenging for me. A couple of things that I plan to do is just pack stuff for the airport and for the airplane so that I'm not tempted to buy some of my favorite convenience foods that you can get in airports. And I'm going to order groceries ahead of time to Nana's house so that I have things that I know I can eat and I'm not relying on someone else to shop for me. So that's the beauty of grocery delivery. I think those are a couple of things that will help me stay on track to the best of my ability while traveling and through a holiday. What do you think your upcoming week is going to be like? Do you have any changes you want to make? Are you ready to move up another stair step, or what are you thinking?
yeah, we typically do a dinner for Christmas Eve with all of the kids, and that plan changed. But we already started making the dinner, so it is actually kind of healthy, so I'm not super worried about that. Our Christmas tradition is to have a very merry Jewish Christmas, which means that we get takeout Chinese food and rent a movie. So that's not really on my diet, but as long as I pay attention to portion control and what time we eat and things like that, I'm not really concerned about one night of not the healthiest food, but I am going to try to attain some new goals for next week.
For eating out, you can still eat healthy. You just have to, make better choices. Like you can still have those splurges, but maybe like with Chinese food, they still have a lot of healthy options. Just avoid the fried stuff and like maybe the heavier sauces and stuff. But Chinese food is like rice and or maybe rice noodles and vegetables, and I know you eat meat, so like you could choose like not fried ones.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't typically eat fried food, so that's not like really an issue. I just associate eating out with not eating as healthy because you don't know what's necessarily in it. But you're right. I agree with that. You can make healthy choices when eating out.
Yeah, it's just about something that I do, and it's a some unsolicited advice, but something that I do is I'll check the menu before I'm going to have it. So when I'm not hungry, and I'll try to make my decision when I'm not making a decision based on my hunger or my cravings, and then it's easier to make the decision that you're going to eat something that maybe won't be like based on your mood or,
Hmm.
like I said, hunger levels and stuff like that.
Good tip. I like that tip.
Yeah, it also helps a lot when you eat plant-based because it's easier to stay on track when you know what's on the menu and what's there for you, and then you don't feel like you're missing out on whatever, and not eating what everybody else is eating. Because
Yeah.
then you can be excited for, oh, well, they have this for me.
Yeah, I kind of changed my mentality about that like a long time ago, like when people are like, "Oh, how do you when you're eating healthy, like don't you want like this junk food?" And I'm like, I had to change my mentality to um there's just because it's healthy doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. So like just focusing on the fact that it still tastes good. You don't have to have the like worst food for you just for it to taste good. So
That is
I
so
agree
true.
with that.
I went to my company Christmas party last week or however long ago it was, a week and a half ago. And I ate before I went because I knew good and well there wasn't going to be much for me to eat. And I had these lettuce wrap taco boat things. I don't know. I had some leftover tofu that was marinated in like taco meat seasoning, and then I just put some it on a piece of like romaine heart, which is my favorite kind of lettuce to use for that kind of thing because they're like stiff going down the middle and they hold up better. And
Hmm.
then I put some salsa, guacamole, and that's it. I took it to an open house with me and I ate it there because I was doing that before I was going to my party. And I did not feel like I missed out. It was so freaking good. It was like
Hmm.
so good that I felt like I was eating party food and it was totally healthy. I mean, the guacamole, I mean, that's kind of a more fattening food, but still it's healthy. It's whole
Healthy
food,
fast.
plant-based. What'd you say?
Healthy fast.
Yeah, and you just still have to like watch how much you eat, of course, when
Oh,
you're
for
in
sure.
weight loss mode. But it was so good that when I went to the party and everybody was eating all this food, like I didn't feel like I missed out because I already had something that was super delicious. They did have a veggie platter. I couldn't eat the dip because it was like a ranch dip, but I don't really care about that. I like just raw vegetables, so I was pretty happy having a couple of those. But everybody was like, eating the food and everything, and they were drinking and everything, and I was full. I wasn't tempted, and I had still had a good time, even though I wasn't partaking in the food and alcohol. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, healthy food can be so good. Like, I just was so happy because I just did not feel like I was missing out, but I still got to see my colleagues in a social setting, and so it was still a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm excited that you're going to, have the Chinese food, but still make good choices. I like to have like a Buddha bowl or something like that. Like they're still pretty healthy, and something else is that you can think about it is it's not that I can't have it, it's that I don't want it. Like that's a mindset change. And also it's not that you can never have it. It's just you're not gonna have it right now because you have goals that you're trying to reach, but it's not like you're never going to eat it again. just not gonna eat it right now, you know what I mean? At least for me, that helps me with my mindset and like not being feeling like I'm missing out on something. What are you going to do differently this coming week? Do you have any changes that you want to make or any goals that you want to achieve?
Yeah, so like I said, bringing that bike in is gonna be big as far as um, like the type of exercise that I'll be doing. I'll be working on different types of exercises and with the bike being in the house, and I'm also going to be focusing on more than just portion control, but healthier eating. Like sometimes my family will have uh, things that I'm going to start cutting out. This week, my goals are going to be focusing on these new exercises with the bike. I'm going to be not only focusing on how much I'm eating, but what I'm eating, possibly um, omitting meat from some of those meals and start going towards more of a plant-based diet and also following through with the meditation that I did not follow through with last week.
Awesome. Those are great goals. I like that you're going to start implementing meatless meals. That's exciting. And that you're going to start exercising. Hopefully, the child will bring the bike in. And the cool thing about the bike is that you can find on YouTube and stuff, you can find classes like cycling classes on YouTube or other free resources. Like, I think there's some free classes on even different apps if you just find them.
So, do you want to tell us any changes in your body or the way you feel or
Well, I did my weigh-in this morning and I did not lose or gain anything. I'm exactly where I was before, but I do feel like my clothes are fitting better. So, like yesterday, I went and tried on clothes at a friend's house because she's loaning me a couple outfits for my trip. And like I felt good in the clothes. I didn't feel as self-conscious as sometimes I feel doing that kind of thing. So I do feel like even though the scale didn't change, that my body did change. So it's still a win in my book, even though I didn't lose anything. There's definitely going to be weeks like that in the weight loss game. There, you don't always lose anything. And sometimes, like we learned last week, sometimes you gain. How did your weigh-in go this week? And or did you like notice any other wins? Like off the scale kind of wins?
so last week I was up a pound and this week I'm back down that pound and then down another pound. So um I think I'm like kind of just teetering around these couple of pounds, which is fine. I do feel like a little bit better since I've been kind of like moving around a little bit and just like paying attention to what I'm eating. So like I definitely feel better usually when you start, well, for me, when I start like exercising and moving around, I don't necessarily see like as big of a drop as if I just diet. Like I lose faster if I just diet for some reason versus like exercising too. So that's okay. And I'm also taking stair steps, so I'm also not gonna see like huge like plummets either because of that. So yeah, I'm feeling good in the progress that I'm doing.
Well, the reason is when you exercise, you're gaining muscle, so you are usually still losing weight, like fat and water weight and stuff like that that you normally get when you're losing or when you're dieting. But when you exercise, you gain muscle. So that's actually a really good thing. Muscle is really good for our body because if, as they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. And when you use it, it's, you're healthier, it helps your heart too. It helps with your bone strength, like something that as women of a certain age, postmenopausal and all of that, you do have to worry about bone strength. And so working out, exercising, that helps a lot with it. I know that in the past, I know in the past when you have gone through your weight loss stuff, you like to lose the weight and then exercise, but really this is a more ideal way, even though doesn't show up on the scale as much. It's more ideal for you to gain muscle while you're losing the fat. And also it helps that you don't lose muscle because a lot of times when you're losing weight, you're losing muscle and you don't want that. So it's
That's true.
actually a good thing, even if it doesn't feel like it. Well, and I'm proud of you. I mean, you lost a
Thank
pound
you.
the first week and then you gained 2 pounds and then now you're back down. You lost those 2 pounds again. So you're back and that's awesome. So yeah, I think that is a win. I'm really proud of you, Randy. Good job.
Proud of you too.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and happy Hanukkah, and happy holidays to whatever everybody celebrates. By the time this is posted, it's going to be after all of the holidays. So I guess I can say Happy New Year as well.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
All right. Well, I'll see you next week, Randy. Bye.
Bye, Robin.